All right. But the mayor, Fat Fady, we stumbled upon a most sinister plot, old friend.
Ha! No, dear heart. The shroud stumbled. The mistress maneuvered. I knew of the mayor's misdeeds for many days. I followed him to that fateful meeting with Fat Fahey. I was about to...
Attention! Silver Shroud and Mistress of Mystery! This is Chief Corcoran of the Boston Police Department. We know you're in there. You are both wanted in connection with the murder of Mayor Murphy. Come out with your hands up!
It would seem that our leaving the scene of the Scalé slaughter was terribly timed. Incurring the wrath of Boston's finest is an unfortunate and unexpected annoyance.
Unexpected by us, maybe. But perhaps not by Fat Fahey. I'm starting to see into his twisted plan. Damn this gunshot wound.
Look, heroes, we can clear this up. Come out now unarmed. I'll see that you two get the best lawyers in the city.
Excuse my assumption that even the most astute attorney couldn't help us now.
You're right, mistress. We must away from your den and evade the police. Clear our names and take Fahey down.
That's it. We're coming in. Silver Shroud, Mistress of Mystery, hands up for order of the Boston Police.
Chief Corcoran, I am Death's Shroud, but you are undeserved of my terrible justice. Think on my mercy.
Stop or we'll shoot. Men, open fire. Damn it! Where did this mess come from?
Wait, it's clearing. Chief, they ain't here. They're gone.
I was hoping you'd say that, Officer Leibowitz. I was hoping you'd say that.
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud. You've been listening to Galaxy News Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Galaxy News Network.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Fat Fahey's Folly.
Come on, Dollface. It's right through here.
Aw, gee, Polly. I ain't never been in a secret gangsta hideout before.
What the? Paulie, you dumb jamoke. What's the big idea? Bringing a dame into our hideout. Into my hideout. Now relax, boss. She's all right. Ain't you all right, Wendy? Cindy? Yeah.
It's Candy. And yeah, of course I'm all right. I'm just a young, dumb girl in love with a handsome, dangerous man.
Brother. All right, the skirt can stay, but close that door. Last thing we need is...
The Silver Shroud, infiltrating your nefarious lair.
Mr. Mark, welcome back, sir. I do hope you you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
You could say that. I made a few new friends.
Can't have enough of those these days. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
Would you like to?
As you wish, sir.
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
I'll stop complaining when there's nothing left to complain about.
You know what?
Hey, Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Hey, Sturgis.
Now, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go with this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Seems to be growing well. Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls, actually, come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
I think we ought to talk.
Is something the matter? You sound upset.
What? Oh, no. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. Gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth.
Me too.
Authentic Institute handiwork. But I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. My memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
That's terrible. They really just threw you away?
Sure did. It was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. The local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
Tried to go back and say thanks, once I'd gotten myself established. But the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
want to chit-chat?
Don't worry, Dogmeat. Just saying hello.
need help on my computer right now because I'm trying to update it. Case number? What do you mean? Mark Walker, train leader 21 at Gmail, TREIN, train leader 21 at Gmail, which is TRAINLEADER 21. Uh, 21. Why, you got, okay. Let me go check it. Trying to upgrade to the Windows 7 platform, but I can't do that. Like, I went on the website, and the website doesn't help at all. when I go on the assistant, it just tells me to upgrade to Windows 10. Obviously, that's not. That's what. I can't because this is an old computer. So I could upgrade it to Windows 7 by how much the computer can hold, but I can't upgrade Windows 10 by how much it'll hold. Or by Windows, I can't upgrade it to Windows 10 because the computer doesn't hold that much RAM, that much memory, that much everything. It only can hold up to what Windows 7 can offer. And under, so. Windows Vista. That's why it just, in my eyes, is very unfair when I look at it. I go on the control panel, it'll